Speech assignment, informative speech, Arno Hess. With a sweep from my makeshift podium over to an empty table, I'm afraid. No witnesses today. The friends that I invited to participate did not show up. So I'm alone with my two puppies, Brandy and Cookie, taking a rest here. And I will get the camera in place and take my place behind the podium. Hi, my name is Arno Hess, and I would like to speak to you today about animal cruelty in America. A cry of help on Facebook by Associated Humane Society's Newark Animal Shelter has touched the hearts of countless pet lovers and caused a movement to help abused animals across the eastern half of the United States. Based on my research of the work of agencies like the American Humane Society, the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, the ASPCA, and the USDA, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, I would like to present information on how a faulty concept and dysfunctional relationships reflect on the high number of cases of animal abuse. Being the owner of two wonderful Labrador females, I have experienced firsthand what it means to form a responsible routine in raising and training up four-legged family members, as well as I have witnessed multiple cases of animal abuse in my own closer environment. And that because the owners had a faulty idea of the impact and consequences an animal has on your daily life. During the minutes ahead now, I would like to shed some light on the horrifying facts of animal cruelty in the United States by demonstrating first-hand testimonies in my personal environment, by the great work of agencies like the Humane Society, like the ASPCA, and like the USDA, and the achievements and results of the commitment and hard work of those protective agencies. Over the years that I'm living here on my block with my two Labrador girls, I was repeatedly forced to become a witness of neighbors beating and mistreating their pets. Dogs and cats, as a major target of human violence in households, are precious. They're sensitive and they're loyal to their owners once it is clear who is in charge. It took about 3.5 years for my two dogs to come out of their often destructive puppy stage, which resulted in the disposal of furniture, of heavy garden chairs, which I found in a million pieces over the backyard, in remote controls chewed up in a million pieces down to the battery, and in the destruction of various plastic kitchen utensils. Once I understood that the dogs were not intending to end their fun time, I took action and reorganized my apartment in a dog-safe manner. People like my first neighbor displayed less patience with their people who, no one knew how, managed to get out of the house and introduce himself to the pups in the neighborhood. The neighbor was informed and came to get his dog and dragging him back inside the house. He locked him on the balcony where he gave it a thorough beating with a brush and in many white swings. The second neighbor was often seen screaming and yelling at their beautiful Labrador mix, beating the dog as a result of personal problems within their family. For many weeks they kept the animal tied up outside the entrance of the apartment day and night, and under any weather conditions on a chain that was clearly too short to allow the animal to move around much. The third case of bitter neglect are neighbors who moved in next door a few months ago with two beautiful American bulldogs, which they keep in a kennel behind the house. The dogs belong to a violent member of the family who got incarcerated, and the current owners of the dogs show absolutely no interest in the animals. They don't walk them, they don't feed them, they don't clean the kennel, and leave them out in the kennel in terrible thunderstorms or in the driest heat. My intention to exercise the display of this serious situation, I extend great praise to the work of agencies like the American Humane Society, the ASPCA and the USDA for their tireless efforts and dedication to help and rescue abused animals. The American Humane Society published on their website both surprising and disturbing facts that more American households have pets than children, spending more money on pet food than on baby food. A child growing up in the US is more likely to have a pet than a stay-at-home father. Battered women have been known to spend up to 4 months in their cars with their pets until an opening was available in a pet-friendly safe house. And lots of more shocking information can be found on the website at www.americanhumane.org. As the first humane organization in the American nation, the ASPCA was granted legal authority to investigate and make arrests for crimes against animals, according to the information on their website at www.aspca.org. They provide local and national help and support not only in caring for abused animals, but also for pet owners and the victims of animal abuse. Finally, the USDA, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, published on their website at www.usda.gov that the shocking number of cruelty cases reported in the media is only the tip of the iceberg. Most cases are never reported, and most animal suffering goes unrecognized and unabated. Other agencies like Pet.com, a national animal protection organization, categorizes forms of abuse with beating, burning by chemicals, fire and fireworks, choking and strangulation, drowning, fighting, hanging, hoarding, kicking and stomping, mutilations, torture and neglect, poisoning, shooting, stabbing, theft, throwing, smuggling the animals, and hunting them. And you're invited to check on more information at www.pet-abuse.com. Their protective activities include humane law enforcement and tools for researchers and prosecutors. And as you can see, as horrible and terrifying the cases of animal cruelty in America might be, there are armies of advocates and soldiers out there doing the field work to defend the support and respect that these wonderful creatures need. My 2 wonderful Labrador females will continue to receive the abundant attention and care that I can give them, and I strongly believe that a share of information and awareness will create a responsible routine in raising and training up 4-legged family members. And my personal witness of animal abuse here in my neighborhood will in due time cease to exist. Organizations like the Humane Society, the ASPCA and the USDA will continue to make sure that the animals in need will receive the help and advocacy of experienced and dedicated men and women all over the nation. In the book of Genesis, the Bible expresses that God has given us authority and dominion on the earth, and this subdues the animal kingdom to us. What a wonderful perspective if we gain the understanding and knowledge necessary to appreciate our pets as precious and loyal members of God's creation, and to allow them the treasured place in our families that they certainly deserve. Thank you.